Hello, and welcome to Psychic Truth's Love Weekly. I am Joy Bird, Reader A755, and we are going to take a look at love for this week. Love is the highest vibe, and it is a feeling, an emotion that drives many of us, and I am into love. Again, love is the highest vibe, so we need that. I thrive when I'm in loving connections, friendships, relationships, whether they be romantic, whether they be just, those that are close to you, whether they be family. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this week we have within our close connections, our love relationships, our love connections. Some of us are going to see that there's a little bit of imbalance within the energies, the give and take, the exchange. We've got the High Priestess in reverse here. So this is like your feminine, your masculine energy, having a balance. Your feminine energy is when you're connected and you're using your intuition, you're nurturing, you're connected to all that there is. Your masculine energy is where you're more so focused on what makes sense, what is logical, what can you see, what can you prove, what is, scientifically, like what is thought process. It's analytical thinking. It is being just logical, just, using your common sense, your brains, what makes sense, thinking things out. So we've got to find that happy medium, that balance, because it just feels like a lot of there's give, there's no take. I mean, there's give and take. There's just a take, and no back and forth. There is give, and no receive is what I'm saying. So this causes a lot of conflict. This causes a lot of feelings of being taken for granted. This causes a lot of feelings of, why bother? And that can be quite painful. That causes a conflict. You look at these wands, this 5 of wands. That's the good way for the camera. This 5 of wands is showing that everybody has their wands. They could be building something together. They could be working on that foundation, making a solid foundation together, but they're not on the same page. They're not in agreement. Nobody's on the same wavelength. There's not an even exchange here. No one's listening to the other. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to do what they want to do, and they're not taking consideration for the other person. They want what they want, but they're not considering the other person's emotions or feelings or how they're affected by their selfishness or unwillingness to compromise. If these people got together, they could build an awesome teepee. They could make something with these wands, but they've got to come together and work together. It takes both people. We have a lot of wands in the reverse position. And when things started out, they were the 4 of wands. Everybody was happy. It was peaceful. It was, what we thought. We got plans. We're thinking about longevity, but things change. People begin to get comfortable. True colors begin to show. Masks are being taken off. Spirit is coming in and showing people's true colors. Their true intentions, how they really feel. And unfortunately, a lot of us feel stuck within those situations, like we can't escape. We feel victimized, when in fact, in reality, it's all about a choice. What are our boundaries? What are we willing to accept? Are we wanting to continue to give in this unbalanced, unhealthy, uneven exchange of energy? It is something that will wear us down in the long run. And we feel like we give of our energy. And with this 7 of Pentacles reversed, giving, not seeing anything come out of it. You're working hard. You're putting all your effort and your energy into this union, into this relationship, but you don't see any results. You're not getting anything back. You're giving, and you're not seeing the results. You're not seeing anything happen. You're not seeing anything good come of it. You're not getting back what you're putting in. And it makes us feel taken for granted. It causes us to feel even hostile, even angry, so very hurt. When it comes to affairs of the heart, it's a tough one. We get very emotional. Like, love is not something to be played with. It's not something to take lightly. And not even for ourselves. So again, with those clear and present boundaries, what are we willing to tolerate? What is acceptable for us within our relationships with others? Okay. Yes. So we have the King of Cups reversed here. The King of Cups reversed is about, and it feels like a huge emotional disconnect. It feels like a huge emotional detachment. I'm also getting in the energy of, the other, and this is really feminine energy. This is a female energy. So this will be, for whoever can take it and then leave the rest. But I honestly feel that this will be a woman, and I'm getting the energy of her feeling less than. I'm getting the energy of her feeling like she is questioning her own self-worth, her own self-value. And, is she pretty enough? Is she attractive enough? Is he bored with her? Is she not entertaining enough? So then we begin to compare ourselves and belittle ourselves and down ourselves. We begin to judge ourselves because of the actions or choices of others. You've got to validate from within. You don't need someone else to validate you. It's not your business nor your job to understand why people do the things they do, why they feel about you the way they do, or why they treat you the way they do. It is only your job to make those boundaries and not accept less than you deserve. Because if you're giving and you're loving and you're caring and you are the Queen of Cups upright, you have no business accepting the King in reverse. You need the equal exchange. You need the same thing that you give. And a lot of us are very much so aware of what's going on within our unions. We are aware that there's something off. We are aware that, and I'm also feeling third party energy coming up here. Like my God is literally showing me in my mind's eye the 3 of Swords. This is a third party. This is, an extra party that doesn't need to be in between. There's 3 swords. It should only be 2. That middle sword is in between those 2, and they should be flush up against each other. But there's a third party. There's someone else in the way. It's like a blockage. And it takes 2. It is a choice. And many of us are feeling this. We are, and we're being told we're crazy or we're tripping. We're imagining things. There's nothing going on, but we are very much so connected. We're very much so receiving with this moon card upright. We're very much so connected. We're very much so receiving. And it isn't even something that we have to work on. It just comes in. The flow comes in. The messages come in. And a lot of times we don't want to acknowledge, we don't listen, we don't follow the guidance. But you've got to follow those little niggling sensations. Not only follow them and acknowledge them, but make change. Do something so that you can move forward. Because as it stands, you're stagnant, you're stale. Things stay as they are. There's not going to be moments of honesty. There's not going to be moments of truth. So it's all about choosing what you choose, choosing what you are going to accept. What do you want for your life? This is 2022 now. We don't want to keep doing the same things, expecting something different. There's such an opportunity for up leveling on the love front. On the love front, let us love on ourselves enough to release what doesn't serve us. Let us love ourselves enough to release what holds us back from our highest good, from being happy, from being the best us that we can be. When we are the best us that we can be, then we draw in a higher vibing person for ourselves, friends, lovers, any kind of love connection. If you love yourself, then you're going to draw in someone who's going to love you the same, or see the qualities, the good qualities that you have. They're not going to want to use you and take from you, and you're the only one reaching out, and you have to be ghosted, or you have to be left on red, or you're stood up. So within our relationships, we want to make sure we're keeping those clear and present boundaries. We don't ever want to make ourselves, because we are allowing this. We don't want to allow ourselves to feel like we are getting a pity party or a mercy visit. You don't want to string along and just keep on putting energy, texting, reaching out, showing your interest, and someone else is just simply not reciprocating. If someone is showing you less than what you're showing them, then how about you pull back? How about you pull back and reserve that energy and share it on yourself, or spend it on yourself? We have to stop accepting less than we deserve. We're going to look back a year from now, and we're going to be so happy that we made these changes, because we don't want to look back a year from now and see that we're still going through the same patterns and the same cycles within our love connections that we've been going through. We cannot expect something new if we're going to do the same things. We must demand respect. We must demand acknowledgement. And these aren't things that we really need to demand. These things should be given because it is a common courtesy, the exchange. There must be a fair and even exchange, a mutual exchange. There's got to be trust. There's got to be courtesy, and there's got to be consideration. When certain choices are made, that's showing that there's no consideration being taken. Look at your worth and look at how you treat others. We certainly want to be treated as we treat others. If you're not receiving that, you need to reevaluate the connections that you are having, the connections that you hold dear to yourself, the energy that you're placing in others. Treat people how you want them to treat you, but accept no less. And it really is our choice. Let's not feel victimized. Let's make clear and conscious choices about what our year is going to be. There's traffic outside. Please excuse me. Let us make clear and conscious choices about the energy we wish to share with others, the exchanges, the people that we're going to have in our lives. Let's up level in all facets of life. Let's up level. Let's demand. Let's make those clear and present boundaries, and let's expect and be and what's the word? Expect. Okay. Let us expect and just again. Wait a minute. Let us respect and I can't remember the word. Okay, so forget about that. I'm messed up. Let us accept nothing less than what we give others. I absolutely love you. Love is the highest vibe. Let's sprinkle some love wherever we go, but let's start with ourselves. Love on yourself. Self-care. Take a salt bath. Release all the toxic feelings, emotions, energy that you're carrying. Pull back your energy and send back any energy that you have that doesn't belong to you. Love is the highest vibe. Love on yourself, and make sure you come visit us at thepsychictruth.com. Make sure you come visit us at thepsychictruth.com. We are waiting for you. I am Joy Bird, reader 8755, and love is my thing. And it's the highest vibe. I'll see you guys next week.